295 pupils with quite a diverse catchment. We've got 54 service pupils, 24 traveller pupils and 15 looked after children within the catchment. In September of last year we came across the Pegs to Paper programme. I was introduced to it by Simon, who is just down the road. He was quite keen to promote it within the school, and we were looking for something because we had a gap with our writing and wanted to improve handwriting. So it seemed a natural progression. We started with the project in September with just a small group of children, and then very rapidly moved on, seeing the success of it, moved on to bigger groups, to eventually the whole class using it, and interventions then were rolled out across the school. So we've got small intervention groups in years 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 5 and 6, and the impact of it has been felt right across the school. As such, we've promoted it on hosted events in the school. The children were very engaged from the start with Pegs to Paper. At first it was exploratory, it was building towers, it was measuring each other, it was looking at the colours and just generally having a bit of fun with the pegs. It rapidly then moved on to actually more focused teaching, following the Pegs to Paper cards, and we saw very quickly that the children were progressing. The engagement, particularly of the boys, was distinct, and we saw then the boys starting to move more to the tables where they were writing implements and enjoying that more and having a greater confidence at being writers and believing they were writers. There's been distinct progress from Pegs to Paper into the handwriting. That's evident in the progress in the children's books, which we share at Parents' Evening, but also in pupil progress meetings. One of the particular cases is an SEND pupil, a little boy who is in year 1. His progress was over a month, and it was really evident in the book, and he was so incredibly proud of himself. The progress was distinct in the letter formation, but also in the quantity of his writing and the ability to write for longer periods of time. Plan for Pegs to Paper in the future for the next year is we want to build on the successes of this year. We've already incorporated in term 6 some training for the whole of the TAs, and they've come to a hosted event as well to listen to Dr. Angela Webb, because clearly understanding the theory behind it is absolutely key. What we're doing next year is we are using it in the whole of early years. We're also using it in our transition between early years and year 1, and as such the early years teacher is becoming a year 1 teacher to take it up with her. In addition to that, we have got booked training for TAs, so that we have dedicated Pegs to Paper TAs across the school, and they will shadow and support other TAs to ensure that it is done correctly, because the key element is the vocabulary, but it's also making sure that it's done correctly from the start and understanding how it progresses.